All right, first order of business. I got to take this thing apart because it is too heavy for me to try and move it around the shop and work on it in one piece. And the other thing is, I've got a riser block that has to go in here anyhow, so I need to take it apart anyway. Turns out, in my pile of random tools that I have the right size wrench. It's a 1 1/4, and I just happen to have one, so that works. One other thing I realized here recently is that the shaft is nice and straight. I don't see any run out in the shaft. However, this pulley wobbles back and forth by almost 1/4 of an inch, so I'm going to need a new pulley. I don't have one that size. That's going to be a son of a gun to get apart because it's very rusted. Not painted, fortunately, just rusted. This blade guard, hard to tell, but it's wood. I don't know whether that's original or not. There we go. Only got 2 screws in each end, so I'm guessing it's not original. Alright, this wire is only for the light that's down on it. Now, everything here actually seems to be just fine, but this should only be bolted together. I'm assuming that it is just rusted. Okay. I do have a separation line in here, so I need to carefully, there's pins that hold these together. Little persuader. I'm using the rubber end of a dead blow mallet here. Don't mark anything. All right, everybody. It's much more manageable. All right. And there's the old bolt out, holds it together. I'm going to screw those back together so I don't lose them. I don't really need it, but the new kit I got is from Shop Fox and comes reasonably well rated. Where do I stick it? That's in here. So this is the shop box kit. Normally this is about $105. And I found one with a damaged box on Amazon for $85. So we figure that's a win, saving $20. Everybody says the fit and finish on these is good. This is really the only part I care about. It actually comes with longer guides and stuff, which I don't need. And a blade, which I do need, so that's fine. This is the only part that's actually going on it, and it comes with the longer bolt that you need to put it together. So, oh, that's not actually true. It's not the only thing I need. It also comes with a metal guide. Replace the wooden one I just took off. So really, this is the only part that I don't need, and this is the blade guard. It comes with a longer guide shaft, but this one's round, and I need the older style hexagonal one. So I'm going to buy the Carter system, C-A-R-T-E-R, Carter system, and that comes with not only hexagonal vertical shaft, but also roller guides. So, but that's for later. That's the reconstruction part. We're still in the deconstruction here. All right, let's put that out of the way. All right. So much more manageable in half. I'm not getting any younger. And I haven't had a good back in a while. All right, let's take this. All right, there's the old guides. Put those on one side. This light needs to get completely rewired. Really, the only thing I'm going to do on the top is rewire the light, just because it's old and the wiring is kind of dry rotted on it. New tire. That's when the new guides come in, I'll put them together. It's really all I think I have to do up here. No, that's not all that I have to do. The one thing I have to do to fix the paint is the tensioning is painted, and now it's movable, but only barely. So that's got to get cleaned up a bit. Yeah, I should probably take this whole assembly out because it's painted. Ugh. Anyway. All right. So number one, let's take this wiring. It's metal, right? I can go to trash. All right. All right. Nice little carriage bolt arrangement there. Square holes in the sheet metal for that light. That's kind of nice. Put the nut and bolt back on here. I don't lose them. And I can set that power side and rewire the power. All right. I am going to go look up online how to take this apart, because there's probably a simple way to do it, and if I try and do it myself, I'm going to do it the hard way. Be right back. All right, dinner and a few other things. Jimmy DiResta and Hand Tool Restoration did exactly this bandsaw a little while ago, a year ago, something like that. So I have a great reference. They did two videos, one on Jimmy DiResta's channel, one on Hand Tool Restoration's channel. So if you want a better look at all that, go watch them. But if you want to watch what I'm doing, that's cool. So here's the trick. Is that these pins have to come off that hold this plate in. These pins have to come out, then the whole thing loosens up, and then this whole plate with the wheel on it lifts up out of this carriage. Because I need to get in there and clean all that. I don't really want to take the wheel off. Maybe I do. Maybe I do. Well, it's easy if that nut has come off, I just take it off. Alright, that was worth doing. On out of there. Alright. Here's what one of those looks like. Putting the knobs back on the pins because I can remember what they go for. All right. The blue is really hideous, isn't it? Ugh. All right. Now, this should just come out. Well, that sucked. I broke this cast iron. Damn. I'm even using the rubber end of the mallet. Yeah, these are something. All right. Well, shit. I broke the whole bottom end of that. I was hitting it pretty light with a rubber mallet too. Damn. Well, let's clean these ways off. One of the first things I'm going to do. I'm just going to take a wire brush to this. See if I can get most of that paint off. Yeah, it'll come right off. Fortunately, that paint's coming right off of there. And you see it's coming up nice and shiny here down in this corner. So I guess fortunately they didn't prep the surface of this for painting like they should have, because if they had, the paint would have stuck real nice. As it is, the paint's coming out pretty easily, so thank God for small favors, I guess. Well, that cleaned up inside of that pretty good. Let's look at the back side. Actually, just a little metal scraper on the back end of this wire brush is doing a pretty decent job. How much luck am I going to have with the threads here? Let's see. Not bad coming out. Oh, well, I can turn it. Let me get some here we go. Nut and bolt buster catalyst. So I'm going to take this off too. Let me clean the threads of this locking screw. That's a long boy. Whoops. There we go. It's coming out. You're seeing the shadow of my microphones on the work here. See if I can turn this through this nut. I'll basically use it to clean the threads out. Yeah, going backwards is easy. That's better. I keep putting this right in the shadow. I got these microphones on top of this camera that are like a foot long. Basically, I'm using the nut to chase the threads. Where'd my wrist wrench go? Well, I did have a crescent wrench here someplace. I was going to try to grab the nut and turn it instead of turning the knob here, but I don't know what I did with the crescent wrench. Probably dropped it. That's all right. We'll figure it out. Little elbow grease here. Forget it. Sometimes seems appropriate to wear my, I believe, Marble Machine X sweatshirt while I'm working on this. There we go. There we go. All right. Now, what's in here should be a nut and a washer and a spring. I feel like Adam Savage or somebody like, who else? Jay Leno Jay Leno's having to be a one-man operation. I'm like, I feel you, Jay. That's all I ever do. All right, let's just get the little bit of blue off of the spring, just because. All right. All right, that's good. That'll whole go back together a whole heck of a lot easier. See what we can do with this poor thing. I have a paint stripper here. Probably ought to use it. Yeah, let's strip this now. All right. So then the question is, I'm going to strip this whole block. And I think the answer is, the way this is painted, it looks to me like this will come off really easy. If I strip it, do I have to repaint it? There's the question. Probably is the answer. The paint, this blue is just so ugly. Should I strip this too? Probably. Probably gonna end up stripping this whole thing, aren't I? All right. Leave that for the stripper. Let's see. This is the angled adjustment. Is that bent? Can't. Yeah, it looks like it's bent a little bit. I think it's an optical illusion. I think it's actually not bent. You think it's bent? Maybe not. Yeah, that is definitely bent, isn't it? Trying to see what maybe I should do about that. Poor wing nut. Blue wing nut. Let's put this back together. Question is, will the wing nut go over the bend? Because if it will, I think I don't care. I'm just going to leave it. Yeah, it'll go. So, oh, I've got it on backwards here too. That's okay. All right. Well, I got it almost all the way on. It doesn't ever need to go that far, I don't think. Just kind of clean up the threads with the nut. Even though it's bent, the nut goes over it, so just keep it. Just go that one. Yeah, it probably goes that way. All right. Let's try a little mechanical persuasion first. It's really slow because one, that's what it was set on, and two, lets me be a little more gentle about it. coming off really easy.
But I like this. If I did this at a faster speed, it would
Be a lot more aggressive, but it would also leave marks. By doing it slow like this, I'm not leaving any marks at all from the wire wheel. I am 100% pleased with that. Let's keep going. Oh yeah. This part's cast, so I am seeing a little bit of swirl mark on here, but I'm trying to go real light with it and not leave really any marks. Gauge marks on here to show you where to set the tension. Focus. I didn't see that. Through the shadow of the camera. Gauge marks on here to show you where to set the tension for various blade thicknesses. So I'm trying to preserve those by going real gentle here and just taking the paint off. It's working okay. Yeah. Read that here. It says adjust tension of blade to scale right here. Need a smaller wheel to get in here. Almost got all the blue out of here. You can see that. There we go. Little scraper action. Ha. Retexture it so it's nice and flat. All the blue is gone. I know it looks blue, but it's got stuff. You're seeing the light reflection here. I don't really have this shop lit for, yeah, this is the microphone, for doing studio work. I have just a couple of lights in here. They're all lights for doing work, you know? So this goes in here and presses against that piece. And that, and the upper wheel rides on this, and that changes your set of your wheel. Well then, so I'm putting fiber wheel bearing grease on this thing. Here's my rag. All right, so we put the spring back in here. And we have the. Well, it sure goes in there easier than it came out, doesn't it? Awesome. All right, and we're going to grease up these guides. Gotta remember to hold things up in the air because I'm so darn tall. If I hold it down here, you can't see anything. All right. All right. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Goes like this. This goes in like this. Yeah, first piece back together. There we go. First piece back together, and boy, it goes back together a whole lot easier than it came apart. Cool. Am I going to do anything with this? No. What did I do with that wrench? I do not know. Somebody saw me drop this and is yelling at the camera, yelling at YouTube, telling me where it was. I don't have a torque spec on that, but snug seems to be the right answer. So that's the whole upper assembly here. That's this whole upper assembly here, basically back together. The only other thing I got to do, oh, you know what? I need to take the back off. I need to take the wheel off because I have to replace this tire. So now what I do with the crescent wrench here? Oh, you know what? I'm going to put the tires on last. All right, this is held on by 2 screws, one here, one here. For that, I need a big screwdriver and a nice way to turn it. This one came off way easier than I thought they were going to. All right, now this is on here with a pin. Hairpins. Yeah. Nice and gentle, no damage. That's the plan. All right. So because they've painted all of these, I'm going to have to get in there before I can pull this out. And I have to take this mechanism apart because the new guide bearing system comes with a whole new part here. So back to the wire wheel.
That comes right off. Just trying to work the screws here. This bearing turns.
The upper bearing didn't turn at all. Put a little solvent on that. Hello. The one thing I've got to do is I've got to remove all the paint off of here because I have to slide this guide that way all the way in order to get to the other screw. But I can't currently move it there. This degreaser loosens paint a little bit too. I can see the paint flecking off in here as I'm going. Damn it. All right. Now then, to get this off, that's moving at least. I think once we move it down the end one time, it'll be a lot better. Can I give you a better view here? Let's look. Go. And because I don't want to lose this or take it apart, I'm just going to snug that there so it just doesn't go anywhere. Not enough to muck the threads, but enough so I don't lose it. This one ought to be hopefully a little better to get apart. All right. That's a little big for that. Drop a washer that I did.
Two here, one here, one here. It's probably a washer. Ah, yeah, that one came loose. All right. See, this should slide nice and easy, but no. Find me a whacker. Guess I need that screw the other time. Yeah, I know. I said I was going to leave this overnight. I'm going to leave this overnight. A little more glue on it. And I'm going to call it quits. Okay, let's put this screw up in here. All right, I've got a... Trust me, 3 loose screws, I'm doing good. So that's it for second episode here. We'll let that one part soak overnight. The lower assembly doesn't really need much done to it. Really just... no, that's not true because there's wobble in the belt. The belt drive. And so I've got to... take that off so I can replace it. I need to go find a, I don't know what diameter that is. I take it with me. Tractor Supply generally has wheels. So I should be able to go find what I need there. That's it. Thanks for watching. And follow along, subscribe, and all that stuff. And, you know, this isn't a monetized channel. I'm telling stories because I want to tell a story. If you want to follow along, please do. Hope to see you then. Thanks.